Hello there viewers, welcome to season number 4. Yes, I can't quite believe it, we've made it to season 4 and we've gone up 3 divisions. So we are now sat in the 3rd tier of the World Super League. Exciting stuff. Now, if this is the first episode that you are watching, maybe you're using this as a jumping on point, then welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy your stay. I hope this episode encourages you to press that subscribe button as we go on forth to 4,000 subscribers. I am now going solo as my departure from FM Scout, so I need all the support that I can possibly get from you guys. Leaving likes on the video really helps, leaving comments really helps, subscribing of course really helps. So thank you all for doing just that. For extras, in case you want to, there is a Patreon. A massive thank you to all of my Patreon members for continuing to subscribe to my Patreon and helping support me as a content creator get through this very tough time. I really do appreciate it. The link is down in the description, or you can type in patreon.com/MegaLukeGaming. There's a few tiers in there which is less than $10. You get a few different rewards as well, so you can enjoy those. It's not just a freebie, but there you go. It's there if you want to. But before we go into what I have done during the pre-season of season 4. A quick reminder, I had £75 million in the transfer budget at the end of last season. Exciting times, you were all really excited to find out what I did with it. And spoiler alert, I have 60 million left. But that is because a lot of people have left. So yes, we are at the 6th of August 2022. We are at the very first game of the season and we have Lille. So I'm expecting this to be a tough game. Haven't looked at their side yet, but we will do before our game starts anyway. First off though, shall we have a look at some transfers, and let's start with some of the outs. So we start off with the goalkeeper, and I know what you're thinking, we had a really good season with Van Bournemouth. Why have we decided to let him go? I think he had the most clean sheets in our record, like 26 clean sheets. He actually only conceded in 20 of the games that we played in the season last year. Forget about that. We're moving on to bigger and better things. David Van Bournemouth has moved to Southampton. We got some good money for him, as you just seen there, around about 8 million. He was worth that. We only signed him for a couple of million a couple of seasons before that. Yes, he was quite good for us. Yes, he made a lot of very crucial saves. And yes, he kept a clean sheet. But we're going to try with Kleber. I just think Kleber is just going to be awesome. Another one of our first team players in that back line which kept so many clean sheets is Gianluca Eter. Now, as I was going through pre-season, I did think about changing my fullbacks to sort of like more important roles, because I really feel like the importance of the fullbacks in the formation we play probably are one of the most important places on the pitch, and Gianluca Eter just doesn't scream to me that he is going to help in that situation. Looking at his current ability as well, I can't believe how bad he actually is. Only a 2-star rated player compared to the rest of our side. He was 23. We still managed to get our money back. Exactly the same as what we paid for him we got back. So I'm happy with that. He goes out. We've bought a replacement in who's far better. And I'll introduce you to him in a sec. Don't you worry. And yes, viewers, I have decimated our defence. Jerry also on the outs. Now, Liverpool came in with some huge offers for both of our centre-backs, and I had to accept this one. Jerry kicked up a massive fuss. He is 24, and I do think 37 million in other like situations outside of the World Super League, we would be expecting a lot more than that. But we only paid 20 million for him. He's been a cracking servant for us, and he was kicking up a fuss. Okay, I'll let him go. We've brought in some other people, and maybe they can step into the plate as just do what Jerry did for a couple of seasons, just dominate people in the air. He's very good, very athletic. It's sad to see him go. And finally, another big out, and it looks like really all of the best players I've sold, because Alfredo Morelos is the last departure I'm going to show you today. And the Colombian. Wow, what a story we had with him, really. He scored 35 goals in 66 games for us in total. When you put it like that, it doesn't seem too bad. 20 goals in 32 appearances. I just felt like, and a couple of you also put in the comments, it just doesn't seem to be like clinical enough in the important games. He scores a lot of goals in one game and then goes missing. Maybe he has low consistency, I'm not quite sure. We have replaced him with a big name, and I am really happy with it. So I think this is a good deal. He went to Lazio for £38 million. That is a lot of money. That really is a lot of money in the league above. So we'll see how he does in the higher leagues through this. But we doubled and then some the money that we paid for him from Rangers 2 seasons ago. And I think it was a good deal. The first in then is this man, Jean-Baptiste Diomande. Now this guy is of course going to be one for the future. However, I don't think he is that far away at all. Like if you really compare him to Jerry, it is literally just the physicals and then a couple of around here, which he is better than him. But this guy, if he develops like his potential ability is suggesting, then we could be on for an incredible French centre-back here. A no-nonsense centre-back, so we're going to try and increase his passing slightly and get a ball-playing defender, because I do prefer that. But we managed to pick him up for 165k. That is a bargain. He's going to sit in our reserves and be a backup for our centre-backs that we do have, because we've got one returning from on loan, which we probably forgot about, to be honest. And we have signed someone else. So this guy, I think, is a long-term plan. Maybe, and I just know we'll make profit from him anyway, but maybe this could be a really good long-term plan if we look after him and nurture him into the player he could potentially be. We also signed another backup goalkeeper in Guido Marzucci. Now he is Italian, 17 years old. He has really good potential. He already has quite good stats attributes, to be honest. We picked him up from Juve Stabia, which it's a club I've never heard of, but they find themselves in Serie A because of all the rest of the Serie A clubs are in the World Super League. For £4 million, I think this is a bargain. 17 years old, he's 6'3" already, cracking agility. Like, he's got good athleticism, good determination. He could be a very good goalkeeper in the future if Kleber doesn't work out, but I think he will. And another centre-back we are going to be sort of rotating with Leo Leos and Nicolo Armini is this man, an Argentinian defender, Facundo Gonzalez. And I really like this guy. I think he has great attributes for 20 years old. I think he can do a lot better, though. Poor positioning, yes. I get that. Marking isn't exactly up to scratch. Heading isn't exactly up to scratch. And he's only 5'11". There are some glaring attribute problems with this player. But if he does grow, we could be looking at a very good player. As the centre-backs go, yes, some places he is lacking. But for £5 million, when I seen he had a release clause and PSG sniffing around, I thought, well, they must know what they're doing. He has good potential. He had 5-star when I scouted him. So I went for him. 17 pace. Not a bad deal, I don't think. We are finally talking about the left back that I have brought in, though. Vitaly Mykolenko, which I think that's how you say it. Let me know, Ukrainian speakers, if that is correct. But this guy is far superior to what Iter was. Just a better player all round. Incredible physical attributes, very good mental attributes, and his technicals very well rounded. He can cross ball, he can dribble, he's got good first touch, and he can actually defend as well. So that's a bonus for that left wing back role. At 23 years of age, we picked him up from Dynamo Kiev. He was unhappy. We managed to pick him up for 18.5 million. So if you think about it, we sold a tear for 10 million. This guy cost us 8 million, and he is a massive upgrade. And roughly about the same age as well. So I'm really happy with this transfer. I've seen this guy go to like Real Madrid and Liverpool in different saves and be an absolute monster. So I'm excited to bring him in. And I think he really does improve us. Him and Bakker can be like a duo over there. And Bakker can fill in when needed, when Mykolenko is not fit. But I think as long as we do keep him fit, we have one of the best left backs, young left backs on the game starting for us. And that is vital. Is also Vitaly. That's his name. So Vital. Vitaly. Let's move on. On the other wing, even though we didn't get rid of Kelvin, we brought in this man. Now, this was the first signing I made in this transfer window. As soon as I got given that £75 million, I bought this guy because I knew he had a release clause and I just knew he was better than Kelvin. Even though Kelvin was potentially our best player last season, I like this man. I tried getting him before. They wanted too much money when I was obviously trying to get other positions. They stuck to the £38.5 million release clause that Anderlecht had on him. They wouldn't go any lower. So I just went for it. We had the money. I went for him. I knew we were going to sell players as well because we had offers coming in from day one. So I thought, do you know what? Just go for it. You want him, get him. And he already is looking really good. He has 3-star current ability, but with 5-star potential, it's gone down. It really bothers me when it does that. But he already has a current ability of 142. And look at the attributes. He's outstanding, viewers. I think he's even better than Mykolenko on the other side. And I just think our fullbacks now, we have 2 really good backups and we have 2 unbelievable fullbacks. So it could be a game changer. But finally, coming in instead of Morelos, Kyle George. Just 20 years old and he is already a beast. 151 current ability. Look at the attributes that we have here. Okay, I'd like to see a little bit more pace. We're going to try and work on that. But already, great off the ball, great finishing and dribbling. He's 6 foot. He's great anticipation and composure. It's what I like in a striker. And I just don't know. Because he's Brazilian, I just think he's 10 times better than what his attributes suggest. And I don't know whether you guys think that too. He's already a Brazilian international as well, which means pointless in this game save because there's no competitions. But still, we picked him up from Santos with a few other clubs sniffing around him for 33 million. And he was by far the cheapest striker that I could get who was anywhere near as good as this. Like, honestly, I was going for players, I was asking for certain players in clubs well below us and probably worse than what Kyle George is, and they were asking for like 60 million. And I thought to myself, I'm going to have to let Morelos go. He had a lot of offers in, and I knew I kind of wanted to let Morelos go because I just don't feel like he was clicking for us. We already have Les Jack. Now we have Kyle George. Also, Portuguese speakers, is it Kyle Jorge or is it Kyle George? Or can I just call him Kyle George and we'll just let it sweep under the carpet? What do you think? Let me know. I'm curious. So that then, viewers, is our transfer window in a nutshell. As you can see, there are a lot more outs. We had Uatara, of course, leave, which I made the deal before that. Gertrude come back on loan. We let him go for 7 million. Conrad De La Fuente, 4 million. Remember when I signed him, I said we signed him for like 500k, that we'd make profit. We did. Robert left, we made profit on him. A lot of players going out on loan with loan fees, so that's really good as well, including Ron Albino and Graham Ash, who I think is going to be a monster too. So that's really good, and a lot of players going out and getting their first team football, which is really required. We spent 100 million exactly, and that makes me happy because we still have 60 million. And I'm looking at the market and I can't see anywhere where I really want to improve the side. So to me, I'm not going to go out and waste it. It's just pointless unless a player really stands out which will improve my first team, which, to be honest, the only position I'm really looking for that is potentially centre-back, really, because I think I've improved everywhere. Our midfield is solid. Don't need to touch it. Midfield is absolutely solid. So I think that's the way to go. Annoyingly as well, Domen Lesjak is actually suspended for this first game, so he had a nice little pre-season as well, scoring a few goals, and now, unfortunately, we have to miss out in the first game through suspension. So you're going to see a man come back off loan and start today. But what is the starting lineup? Let's have a look, shall we? So, taking his first place in the net is Kleber. We have Mykolenko, Leo Leos and Armini with Sardella on the right. Tonali, Salin and Locatelli with Renier just in front of him. Antonio Governo returns from loan alongside new signing Kyle George. So let's take a gander then, shall we, at the Leo side. As you can see, their key player is Julian Draxler. So he's dropped down a couple of leagues and finds himself as the key player of Leo. They do have some big names, Jordan Lukaku. They still got Timothy Weah. Ikone on the right, I think, can cause us problems as well. I've never heard of this striker, though. Waman Gutiga. It's a good job. I never signed him. He's 22, and he actually looks really good. I've never heard of him, but he actually looks really good. Who does he start off? Stuttgart, by the looks of it, on this game. So he could cause us problems. He's very pacey hitman. But I think we should be the better side here. Although I do think with the signings that we have made, long term it will be better. Short term, maybe we're not as good as where we was last season, especially in this game with Les Jack's injury. That could cause Les Jack's suspension, sorry. That could cause a problem up top because I think he misses out on 3 games. I'm unsure. Let's have a quick look before we actually go into the game. I've already loaded the match itself. Season preview, we are actually top. I can't quite believe it again, viewers. I mean, we signed Kyle George right before this game. He literally arrived the day before this game. And even before he signed, we were predicted to finish top. And I can't quite believe it. Our club vision, I think, sees us mid-table. I'm very surprised. No, they want to win it. They actually... Oh, God, that is... And we need to reach the first round and reach the 5th round. This is... Right, okay. We need to book up our ideas here because I don't think they're going to... They're devastated about not using the club youth system. We have brought so many players into the starting lineup. That's a kick in the teeth. Surely, though, they're not going to want to sack me after what I have managed to do to their club. Anyway, as you can see, this is the side that they are rocking up with. Julian Draxler there in the heart of their midfield. I don't know, I fancy our chances. It just goes down to whether our youngsters will start performing. I mean, Leo Leos is now going to come into a full-time role. Hopefully we'll see him progress a lot more as a player. He has developed nicely, but he's not as good as what Jerry was yet. So we need to see a lot more from him in the future. He's never let us down, but we just need to see more from him. And of course, Kleber. What a keeper this guy could be. He's only 18, remember, and he already has insane attributes. I just think at 6'5", he has great agility, and he's good at shot stopping. His reflexes are good, so that's what we need to rely on. That's pretty much what we had with Van Bournemouth. So we need to protect him and make sure, from corners and everything, with his 12 strength and he's got good jump and reach. We need to make sure he's protected, I suppose. But other than that, I think our team is really good. Now that we've got Kyle George in for this first game, I'm actually quite pleased because at the minute, at that time, we were going to be playing Louis Montanu, who came back on loan, as much as I love Louis, and Antonio, who come back on loan, who I don't think is ready yet, although he has improved vastly since going out on loan with his 5 goals and 13 appearances for Hamburg. So he's going to be given a good chance today to prove that he can do it. Midfield, though, solid as a rock. There's no player who would improve our midfield. Alright, Zidane in his prime. But other than that, no player. Not one. Right, we're going to get right off the 3D effect because we know that doesn't like me. And that's already unfair. The fact that we've had to watch that bit probably stunts the fact that we might not even win this now because of that, just for that. We start off with an attack, though, very early on. Tonali's knocked it down to Armini, and Kyle George has put it in, but it is offside. I did think it was offside to begin with. I think Locatelli is off. Armini, sorry, is off. So, yeah, I mean, you need to learn the rules, Armini. He's only, to be fair, he's only just off. He's actually quite unlucky. It was a very nice worked goal, and Kyle George could have scored within 1 minute of his debut. He's only just rocked up. He just left Santos 2 minutes ago. We've got, of course, yeah. I'm just saying about how good our midfield is. Now one of them is injured. We've got 2 midfielders on the bench, though. Jallo Leedenoff will come in. We also have this man, Mangiatini, who is a player that we had out on loan last season. Italian. You may remember he played for us 2 seasons ago and scored a very crucial goal. Can't for the life of me remember who it was against, but he could be a very good attacking centre midfielder in the future with good fast touch and dribbling. Very good passing. He's 19. He's got a lot of time to progress. So I'm looking to use him a lot this season as well, instead of sending him out on loan. With Graham Ash going, who I was using as that backup beforehand. All good though, viewers. Nice start. Suamar plays it out. Mikolenko has headed it down. Draxler. It's very good clearance again. He's won it again. He's very good. Clever. Now clears it out. Not to one of our players though. Jordan Lukaku's going to pick it up. And it does look like Sardella's gone on the inside. But we're good. We've managed to cover back. Great work there by Antonio. They're a bit like, what are they doing? They don't really care where they're passing it, do they? They're just hitting it long into space. Renier's managed to capitalise though. And we've got 3 men forward. Pull it back if you can. Or have a pop. Oh, it's a cracking save. Antonio's going to get it and wins a corner ball. Oh, you just think, Renier, could you have done better there? The goalkeeper with a good save. Monaco and Gremio already taken the lead. Gremio, I'm excited to play them, I must say. I do like the Brazilian side, Gremio. We also have AC Milan in our league, which I'm quite excited to play against. I don't think they've done too well. They've dropped down 2 leagues since the start of the World Super League has begun. Kyle George is not through to Antonio, and he's put it away. Get in there. He will be happy with that one, I know for sure. An assist by Kyle George, and the counter-attack, the fast pace. We win the ball high up the pitch. Draxler loses it as well. Look at that. Kyle George, a quick through ball, and Antonio, who's actually wearing is he wearing number 10? I'm sure I put number 15 on him. That's ridiculous. He's wearing number 10, viewers. I'm not quite sure what's happening. If you keep scoring like that, you can keep the number 10. That's for sure. Gabriel plays it out. Julian Draxler plays it off to Kone. Oh, they should be scoring that. Kleber's had it easy there. He's made a save, but he's made it very easy for him to save it. We're playing again. Jordan Lukaku attacking our right-hand side. Draxler's now in space. You know what happened last time, though? This time, though, Kleber makes another save. He had a lot more time in space there. We didn't close him down quick enough where we won the ball last time. Weir nods it in. Keeper again. Kleber. What a save. Good man. Gabriel, another chance just before, right on the stroke of half-time. They're about 40 seconds before we go into the second half. Before the referee blows the whistle. Look, we are inundated with players on that right-hand side, but instead, Julian Draxler chose to go to the crowded left side. That's a bad sign. That's a sign of a bad player, that. Kleber, who, quite frankly, is doing unbelievable on his debut. Antonio Cavano. Oh, I thought he was going to return the favour there. Mikolenko. Leo Leos does well. Is only headed to Yazizi. Ikone. Kleber again with a save. And it is half-time. And I think, that doesn't run true. That's 9 shots. 9 on target, because it hasn't counted the 2 that they've just had. So Kleber is having a wonderful game, a wonderful debut. It's given him a 6.8. Justice for the goalkeeper ratings on FM. Am I right, guys? I think that we need to leave that in the comments. Justice for the GKs. Right, I'm making a couple of changes. Calvin's going to come on for Sardella, who is struggling. Not playing very well, to be honest. And I'm going to bring off Gaverno, who's had a cracking game, an 8.3. And we're going to give our man, Louis Montanu, a chance. He's been out on loan for the last couple of seasons, and he's been scoring some goals, viewers. 17 in the first season, 16 in the second. I love this player. Of course, you guys now know of him because of the video I did on FM Scout. Unfortunately, we don't look like we've had a good one because of his potential rating, but I still think he can score some goals. He's got decent pace, good finishing. That's all you need, Louis. Just go out there, score a goal for us. We can all celebrate, take a nice away victory. They've played it out wide. Jordan Lukaku seems to be the player that they always start their attacks with, and he always seems to play it back into the middle. There's Draxler again. Yazizi out to Ikone. They're very direct. He's had a couple of shots. That's really annoying. He's had 2 block shots there, and it's ricocheted back to him. And I think Kleber has made a mistake. Really? I think he's made a mistake. Can we see this again? I really think this goes underneath him, and I'm quite disappointed he didn't save it. Look at that. Right back to him. And it has. It's gone under, he's got a hand to it as well. He's going to be annoyed with himself. And so he should be. We do have another chance. Throw in. Kyle George is there. Oh, he's headed it over. The keeper was gone wandering. Don't know where he went. Kyle George with an opportunity and he's missed it. Well, it doesn't look like we're going to pick up the 3 points in this first game. Disappointing. To say the least. Disappointing. I thought we were the better side there, to be honest. And I'm going to tell him I'm far from pleased. Did we make changes too early? I don't think so, because we didn't really take off anyone who was really going to threaten the defence. Because Sardella was having a poor game, so it made it obvious to put Calvin on. Maybe that has cost us. I don't know. What do you let me know down in the comments what you think. Of course, let me know as well what you think of the signings that we made. Competitions-wise, I want to take a look at this because we do have Sampdoria up next. Now that we don't play in the Carabao Cup version of the World Cup, we now play in the Champions League version, which has 5 men. 5 men? 5 men? Where's that come from? It has 5 teams in the group, and this is our group. A difficult one. Hertha Berlin, Lazio, Sampdoria, and Wolfsburg. Now, Sampdoria is in our league, and we actually play them next, and then in the Champions Cup. So we're going to see exactly what they're like before we even face them in the Champions Cup. But I do think we will struggle to qualify in the top 2 of this competition. which the board want us to do. Now, we've been given a nice little draw in the first round of the World Cup. We need to reach the 5th round of this, and we need to start taking the cup seriously, of course, unlike last year. So what I'm thinking is this season is a bit of a trial and error. As much as they want us to be promoted, I think we need to prioritise qualifying from the Champions Cup and getting to the 5th round more than anything over the league games, because we can still pull the league games back at the end of the season once we've reached the targets here. It's all about keeping the board happy. I don't quite know what they sort of like react like in this World Super League. The worst thing ever would be get promoted 3 leagues in a row, and then in this league, because we have one bad season, they just sack us because our expectations are way too high because of the database. I'm not quite sure. So that's what my thinking is. I think we need to be focused on that. So there we have it then, viewers. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, what our transfers are like, what you think our chances are this season. I'll be intrigued to know. I do like reading all the comments that you guys leave, so please continue to do so. Again, like I said, if this is the first time you're watching, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you enjoyed the episode, and it's sort of persuaded you to press that subscribe button. Watch a little bit more of me. Maybe, I don't know, that could be a good thing. For me, anyway. It probably isn't for you. You've got to see me every time if you do press it, so it's on your head. But of course, remember to like the video if you can. That would be absolutely fantastic. And I shall see you guys on the next one in a couple of days' time. Bye-bye. Well, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, there's another one below that I have picked for you to have a look at. Also, if you'd like to sponsor me as a content creator by pledging to my Patreon page, you can do just that by following the link below and be like one of these wonderful people. Thank you.